You are welcome back to the channel. This is your brother Lawrence. Today, I want to share with you this particular update from the Lake Union Conference. The Lake Union Conference has responded to the Michigan Conference about the issue of Dr. Conrad Vine. And so I'm going to share with you their response right now. But before I do that, let me first give background. Okay, let me first give background. Now, on the 6th of November 2025, 6th November 2025, the Michigan Conference wrote a letter to the village church stating the response of the General Conference about the issue of Conrad Vine. And I want to read that letter to you so you can better understand what is currently going on. Okay, so let me go and read the letter right here as you find on the screen. So this letter was written on November 6th, 2025. November 6th, 2025. And it says, "Dear Village Church, thank you for your patience as we sought guidance from the General Conference regarding the proper application of the church manual provisions in question. From the outset, our intent in making this request was to obtain an impartial denominational understanding rather than engage in disagreements with the local congregation." The General Conference's response clarified several key points. 1. The Church Manual Committee functions as an editorial and advisory body for revisions and recommendations, but does not have administrative authority to interpret or issue official explanations of church manual language. 2. Developing and implementing speaker guidelines is the responsibility of the local conference. These guidelines direct conference administration, pastors, and churches to ensure all activities align with denominational policy and mission. 3. The Church Manual, page 19, instructs church officers and leaders, pastors, and members to consult their conference regarding questions of local church operations or manual interpretation. If understanding cannot be reached, the matter should be referred to the Union Conference for clarification. In addition, the Church Manual 2022, page 31, further specifies, when differences arise in or between churches and conferences or institutions, matters that are not mutually resolved may be appealed to the next higher organization. If the matter does not get resolved at this level, the aggrieved entity may appeal to successively higher levels of organization. An organization to which an appeal is forwarded may choose not to hear the matter, in which case the decision of the highest organization involved in the dispute shall be final. In light of the General Conference's response and this procedural guidance, we are requesting that the Lake Union Conference review this matter and provide counsel regarding the appropriate application of the church manual provisions, particularly those found on pages 35 and 126 to 127. We are committed to abiding by its counsel and will adjust our position accordingly. Our desire is to resolve this matter respectfully and move forward together in our shared mission. Thank you for your continued prayer and commitment to duty. So friends, the summary of this particular letter that was sent last year in 2025, November 2025, is that the Michigan Conference reached out to the General Conference to help them with the issue of Conrad Vine. But the General Conference declined and told the Michigan Conference to go to the Lake Union, right? To first go to the Lake Union, because we all need to respect the organizational structure. You just don't wake up and bypass the Lake Union, bypass the division, and go straight to the General Conference for a local issue to be resolved. All right, so the General Conference advised that the Michigan Conference should first seek or should first go to the Lake Union And if the local union is not able to deal with the issue, then it moves on to the division, then it comes finally to the general conference. And I agree with what the general conference actually shared or wrote to the Michigan conference. That was very perfect. That was good. That was very, very good. Now, so the Michigan conference then reached out to the Lake Union for them to help solve the issue. And by God's grace, by the grace of God, the Lake Union has responded. The Lake Union has brought out their ruling, their mind or their thoughts, So I'm going to share that with you right now. It says, "Dear Elder Michef, thank you for your communication requesting that the Lake Union Conference review and provide counsel regarding the relevant provisions of the Seventh-day Adventist Church Manual. At its meeting on March 5, 2026, the Lake Union Conference Executive Committee received your request and gave the matter careful and prayerful consideration. Following its deliberation, the Executive Committee voted the following action. The Lake Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventist affirms that the church manual provides for a conference to give guidelines regarding those who are invited to the pulpit. Seventh-day Adventist Church Manual 2025, page 129 to 132. This correspondence is provided for the purpose of communicating the action taken by the Lake Union Conference Executive Committee in response to the request received. Please be assured of our continued prayer for the Michigan Conference, its officers, pastors, and congregation. We remain grateful for the shared commitment we all carry to advance the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in a spirit of unity, mutual respect, and faithfulness to the counsel of the church. In Christ's service, Eldon Ramirez, President." So, friends, this was the letter or the response of the Lake Union Conference to the Michigan Conference. And, there are some comments about this particular letter. Many Adventists have commented and said that this letter does not directly address the issue at hand. What do you think about the letter? I personally agree with those that are saying that the letter does not directly address the issue. The letter did not actually state that maybe the Michigan Conference was wrong or Conrad Vine and also the village church was wrong. The letter did not state that. The letter of the Lake Union Conference seems to be very similar to what was written by the General Conference. Remember, in the General Conference's letter, it was emphasized that the local conference, has the responsibility of developing speaker guidelines. All right. And also in the letter of the Lake Union Conference, they emphasize the same thing, that it is the responsibility of the conference to have a guidelines for the pulpits in local churches. So basically, there's nothing that is solved here in the letter. It looks like both the Lake Union Conference and the General Conference are running away from the main issue. That is my thought. I don't know what you think. What do you think about the letter that was issued by the Lake Union Conference? How does it go in line with the General Conference letter written? Share your thoughts in the comments about the issue that is going on in the SDA Church. Friends, this is all I had to share with you. Remember that here on this channel, we only share and comment on events that are taking place both within and also outside of the SDA Church. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you again. May God bless you.